All right, guys, welcome back. We have been in the land of the central guys, where we learned actually the different types of banana that some people don't kill in Senene. Now we are going to enter into the land of Merrick, where they say there is a lot of Merrick. We're going to the western Uganda. Okay, from the western Uganda, the gentleman is just seated right beside me here, and I'm not going to waste much more time, and I want us to dive straight into your culture. Unfortunately, you're the only, so we're going to draw the juice out of you. We used to share the juice, so I'm putting one straw here. In your own opinion and your own words, just describe for us your culture from the western.
Okay. Like I said before, I'm Asimwe Johnson, and I'm a Mufumbira by tribe, but I'm from the West. Obviously, it has many titles: milk and honey, the land of the Nyash na Nyash.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Musheshe.
that was the most. I think the most beautiful women come from there.
Yeah.
Though it will be a debate, but it's a
Yeah,
fact.
okay.
Yes, being a Mufumbira, we do share a culture with the Rwandese, a language. It's just, I think, the accent is the different thing between us and the Rwandese, but we do share, I think, everything. If you see the almost everything, even when it comes to a function, if it's a giveaway function, you'll see the dancers. You've seen the dancers with the, yeah. It's the same thing with the Bafumbira. So it's just the accent that is different. That it's, I think for the Rwandese, it's a more prolonged pronunciation of words, than us, we are kind of faster pronouncing words.
Okay.
Yes.
From the west. I don't know. I feel like we should also enter into the issues to do with dancing.
Yeah.
And the dancing, the traditional. Do you have any idea with the traditional dances?
Yeah, it is this, for as a Mafumbira, it is the same thing as a Rwandese dance, the Chinyarwanda dance that you usually see. I can just demonstrate a little, but yeah, that is, it's we do share the same dance and everything.
On the characters of the boy child from there, what describes the boy child
What describes a boy child?
culture?
I personally, growing up, you have to be a hardworking guy. Now, if you go to Chisoro, that's where Bafumbira are from, and you just take time and look, if you just spend like a week, you're going to usually find a man. I think you have to know how to milk a cow. Okay. That is, I think, one of the most things main things you should know as a guy. You need to know how to milk a cow. You need to collect firewood. But we do share some things with the girls that you also know. You have to know how to cook. Then you take the cows to graze. Basically, for us, we have the cows. And at a giveaway function, if someone tells you, Nkwainka, they have given you a cow, you just have to. Basically, that is what most of the times, that's how we appreciate each other.
Oh.
Yes, giving cows. It can just even be out of the blue that, Nkwainka, I've given you a cow.
If you have done something that someone likes,
yes,
I should shift them and do some things because
Yeah,
I need some cows.
you.
Yeah. I know we don't have a girl child from there, so you're going to stand in the gap for girl child because I believe you have been in the village for some time. Have you visited the village?
Yes, I have.
You have. How is a girl child supposed to? Maybe you have sisters, you have aunties that you have seen. Again, I'm going to say I don't like people who bring for me things from net, yet physically is the best thing that you can actually see. Some things that net can't give you. So what have you seen, basing on how you have seen your aunties behave, your sisters? How would you describe a girl child culture? How they behave, what they're supposed to be doing?
Fortunately, I'm the only boy among 3 girls in the house, so I've grown up seeing girls. Mainly, they're the hardworking ones that, in this aspect, cooking. Boys usually do more of the handiwork. you're going to take cows, you're going to do what. But the girls are usually associated with whatever the man brings, they have to prepare, they have to cook. Mainly that is the girl's side. And taking a girl from our side to your home, it is more of bride price. Yeah, that you have to bring bride price. But now I've given away one of my sisters. How you supposed to take her away? That whenever the man comes to select the woman, we are standing. I stand with 4 other men. I'm the only boy, but I'll pick like 4 other cousins. One stands there at the entrance, another one they stand at the back. The girls are in the center. So when you approach us, we put spears in front for you to block you. You're supposed to bribe me with money for me to open for you. So you might give me one envelope, but I may refuse. And we don't talk, we don't laugh. So I just stay standing like this. You either give me another envelope. For me, when you see me taking away the spear, is when you know that I have allowed you. But when you don't see me taking it off, you have to keep on dropping. Another envelope. Yeah. But the agreement was that we have allowed you to take, so I cannot refuse. Literally, at some point, I'll have to open up for you. Yeah. But when I am satisfied that, this money is enough.
And that money is yours?
Yes, it is mine. It is mine. That's what you usually do. You see spears locked like this. And when we open for you, that's when you're allowed to take your woman.
Have we had scenarios where someone has stood for longer?
Not really. I think it's more of drama, but it's also up to you. It has satisfaction, but it shouldn't be that long, because initially the agreement with the bigger elders is that they have allowed you to take a girl. Now the brothers, it's now their time to accept and be bribed.
Interesting. Yes. Now, we have known about the Baganda. Uganda introduced us on issues of food and clans and all that. Interestingly, I also want to know, I heard of a scenario where some families, I think they were both from Western, and one didn't want the family to marry, you get it, or something like that. And there were arguments, and then they decided to say, you know what, they wanted more money, something like that. This guy is from a poor family, want a family that is this and this. And that argument spiked up, and then there's some sort of dish that they serve food in. And the family said, in order for us to accept, you must prepare for us or that food in that dish. If not, we are not going to. So maybe you could give us a few clues.
As I know, a major food that is usually asked to be prepared on the side of the West, even the Banyankole, even us, is called Ishawe. It is, how can I call it? Local mayonnaise? Something like that. Yes. But for me, on my side, we are free. Though in some families you find it hard. For now, like my side, Emufumbira and Uganda, some families are not really up for it. So if your parents decide to, then yes. If they don't, then you can't.
It is specifically with Uganda. They don't.
No, I know on some tribes it is Vaganda. Some families in Chisoro will have an issue with, yeah.
Intermarriages. They are kicking out. Okay.
But we're usually free. I too can pick from the north. Yeah.
Okay. So we have looked at the boy child and the girl child. My main interest, I'm going to put back that question again. From your own experience, have you balanced when you meet other cultures? Have you found any challenge to actually mix up with other cultures that you could say, for me, I'm used to this, but I went here and this was put on my side and I just didn't like it?
Yeah, I think so. But I am usually free with every culture. I have no problem. But I think one I would point out is there's still the Buganda culture. that though you have to adapt, yes, if you want a person, but the kneeling down is all that drama there that you have to show a sign of respect. It's not common their side, but you have to adapt if you want a person. But I think that is where I found. But I'm usually free. But I personally, that there's, I feel like there's too much in that.
Drama.
Yes.
You have called it drama. The drama in.
There is too much.
The boys have to kneel.
I think
The boys.
if you're like greeting,
The boys just stand and humble themselves, but that's when like they are grown. Like the younger boys kneel. Then like grown older men just you just bow a little just to show like respect and stuff like that. You don't need to kneel. And also that firm handshake, they say it is not a weak one.
The handshake has to carry some strength.
yeah.
Now when they find some people who are very oh, okay, all right. With the Western culture, I've not traveled very much to see how. I think I was in Mbara once or twice or something like that. You said the most beautiful girls come from that
Yes.
side. He said we could debate about
It's
it.
a fact. It's not.
He has concluded it's a fact. Oh, okay. What defines Western in your conclusion?
Western. In culture and tradition, there is, I think, the main thing I'll point out is cows. And Inca, it's just different, but like I said, more on the Western side, it's bride price. So you find most Western cultures are giving, you either have to give cows or they're giving cows. Yeah. In appreciation also and bride price. Yeah, most Western tribes, it is mostly associated with the cattle.
How are you people expected to behave in the society, by the way? When you leave your family setting and then now?
How are we? I think it is more of respect and the greetings that we are expected to carry outside there. Yeah, and if we are in the same group and say we are going to another Western group, the way we carry ourselves, greeting and yeah, I think greeting and respect is one major thing you're expected to carry out there. And then I think also one thing I know as a guy, you're supposed to know your lineage from the topmost. You should be able to recite it.
Walk like a Muganda?
No, like from your ancestors up to your father.
It means knowing the relatives.
The
Like,
relatives?
yes, your lineage. It is something actually on most functions on a wedding or oguhinjira. It's called like that in the Rwandese side and Mufumbira. At least you should know the lineage of from your ancestors, like that, up to your father, their names.
From which generation exactly?
It is a way back thing. The first, it's actually there. Your father should be able to tell you that, and you should also know because now you're next to carry it on, and you should be able to recite from the top person. Yes.
Yeah, it's a good question. That's why I asked from which generation. Who is the top?
It's actually long. You can have like 6 or now actually it comes from your what? Your clan. Yes, those are the people you're supposed to know from the topmost.
So you're basically mentioning fathers.
Yes.
fathers.
Now me, I'm a what? Umurihira. Umurihira is where we actually share with the Baganda. Like I'm a chameleon person. I'm supposed to protect a chameleon, whatever the cost. I cannot hit it. I cannot do what. Yeah, Umurihira is your chameleon.
How do you feel when you say one killing one?
I have never felt bad, but at the time I was actually at home and I saw it on a lemon tree and I was trying to hit it. That's when my dad stopped me and was actually very furious with me But me, I didn't know. I didn't have any feeling that I just don't like it. So later on is when they get to beat you, that's when you understand that.
I have a question. Are there implications that ancestral things follow you when you do that?
I don't know.
They are. They are. For us to, there's some animal that we are not supposed to eat. And if one eats it, you develop some skin disease that removes off your skin. Yes.
Have you ever experienced someone with
Never
that?
experienced, but I've seen people.
You have seen people. And when they see that skin fall off, they say that one ate that skin.
With that animal.
Is it there in the north? Oh.
I heard of bushmeat from there. I was scared of, bushmeat, what if that animal is there in that bushmeat? From there, nothing for eat something like that.
Anyeri. It's called anyeri. You guys know the big rats? Those big rats?
Bush
For us, we
rats.
hunt them seriously.
What do want rats?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have had a very interesting time. I hope everyone on the panel has enjoyed. Apart from me, we have learned cultures, the things you didn't know about North. You know, we hunt. The animal is called anyeri. It's a kind of big rat and with a very long tail. Maybe you have ever seen it. The tail is very long. It's a big rat, so we hunt them and we eat them seriously, without mercy. So we have had a very interesting time. We have learned about our cultures, how we are supposed to behave. It is actually very interesting that the people on the panel actually know about their culture. This shows to us that the culture is going to continue on wherever we go. And it's also very interesting to to find out that even when we intermarry, if any of us marries anyone here, we shall learn each person's culture and carry on. People have given those looks. Okay, from me, the host, my name is Rama Isaac. Before we go, I'm going to give each person a conclusion, just 1 minute, 1 minute of their tribe, just. Pass the microphone here. We are just going to have a brief conclusion. Just a conclusion. Maybe you can, anything you want to tell us on the camera, and then we end.
Our parents try so hard to instill the culture morals into us such that the culture can keep on moving. Though, of course, there are things that they used to do that we no longer do, but they try to at least maintain the basics.
Okay, thank you very much. It has been a very nice discussion. It has been nice interacting with very wise brains. As I conclude, maybe to give the location of the place, maybe some of you could be here with me hearing about the East, what, but I don't know where is it, where do Iteso lives. So for us, we come from the East. After Mbale, you go to Teso region. Maybe you know that, and we have 7 districts. We have Amuria, Kumi, Soroti, Katakwi, Bukedia, and Kumi, and then 6.
What is the difference? Palisa. I hear Palisa.
Palisa is mixed. They are the Bagwere, something like that. They are mixed. The Itesos and the Bagwere.
Oh.
Yeah. Thank you.
Hi. I guess I've learned so much from being onto this conversation. And in conclusion, my culture, I would like to say that we are more of a calm and, what do I say, very calm people. We are not easily triggered, but when you trigger us, like, yeah, we really go off. So, yeah, that's really it.
Okay. For me, in conclusion, since no one argued, the West has the most beautiful women. That is a fact I have to state. Since no one argued, that is my conclusion. Then, yeah, I'm happy to interact with the different cultures, but I think I'll look forward to a Muganda woman Yes.
All right. It has been a lovely talk, the sharing of ideas and everything. At least we have learned something. As for me, I would say the culture is really like dying for me on my side. I feel like it's really not that much, but putting it into consideration, and I'm like, oh, I want to get married to a cultured woman. So if me myself, I don't know where I come from. So it takes me back to reflecting, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I have to go back and learn the culture and everything. So yeah, I think we should also look at it. Some of us are not sure of that plan and stuff.
For me, in conclusion, it has been a very interesting discussion, and I've learned so much about all these other different cultures. And the one place I'll actually want to visit a bit more often and find out if it's true is the land of milk and honey. From there, then I can have a debate.
In conclusion, it was a lovely discussion, and I've learned a lot about the different cultures. And I think I'm going to visit the north and see those rats that you beforehand.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on Alkiblan TV. My name is Lama Isaac Raphael. I remain your host, and we have had a very interesting time. We have been talking about culture, boy child, girl child, how we're supposed to behave in the family context, and then when we get out in society, how we're supposed to maintain that, how do we mix up with culture. And we have learned so much. And I want to say that the panelists that have been here once again are from Isbat University, very bright students. Also, me as the host, I finished at Makerere. I did film and drama. So I'm a scriptwriter, acting, and I also work with lights and cameras. It has been a pleasure to have all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.